Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back, I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Peekaboo! I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available in the fall of 2022, the album Dad AF Shimmy Shimmy. Rock on gold dust woman. Beast! How are you guys doing today? Oh, happy Monday. This is a Trisha Paytas video, and I haven't made one over here in quite a while. And so I was doing a little investigative researching last night and today into what has been going on with Trisha Paytas and the drama life of Trisha Paytas, or the lack thereof. Maybe. We'll see. I found some things that I wanted to talk about over here today. Some things that I was actually kind of pleasantly surprised about. But before I get into that, I want to make a very special announcement over here. So, I don't know, for those of you that don't watch my vlog channel or don't watch my Peter Does Stuff channel or don't hear me over here incessantly talk about the TV shows and the movies that I watch on a regular basis, I am rather addicted to binge watching television shows. For example, I am currently binge watching, well, if you want to know what I'm currently watching, here I will give you a list of what I'm currently watching. I'm currently watching The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This week starts a reunion. The Patient, Manifest, Real Girlfriends of Paris, Real Housewives, Ultimate Girls Trip, Season 1. I only have one episode left of that. La Brea Season 2, RuPaul's Drag Race UK, Alaska Daily, Friend of the Family on Peacock, and Fear the Walking Dead. I went back and I started watching that again because I watched the first season originally and then never watched anything after that. But this weekend I watched Dawn of the Dead and I was like, God, I really want to watch another zombie show. And I had watched Black Summer a couple weeks ago. Loved Black Summer on Netflix. Thought it was fantastically done. And so, as somebody that loves zombie stuff, zombie anything, zombie apocalypse, listen, Linda, I think that I could probably make it pretty far in a zombie apocalypse. I'd be killing those I'd be killing those zombies with my fan. Don't think I wouldn't, okay? Why do they not have a fan-wielding killer character on one of the zombie shows? Okay, there's iZombie, there's Zombie Nation, Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, Scared of the Walking Dead to Tulsa, Oklahoma. I mean, why don't they have any character in there that is killing zombies with fans, right? They need me. Don't you think they need me? Anyway, so those are the shows that I'm watching. But this year alone, I have currently watched, hold on a second, 58 television shows. The last one that I finished was Murder in the Bayou, which was absolutely fantastic. It is a documentary, I believe from 2018 or 19, on Showtime. It's a really, really important documentary as well, I think. And then I watched Abducted in Plain Sight because that's the documentary about the Jan Broberg story, which they have turned into a docuseries on Peacock called A Friend of the Family, which I'm watching. And so I wanted to watch the documentary because I had started it like 2 years ago and I never got through it because honestly the story was just, whew, it was a lot. But anyway, that's beside the point. The point is, what is the point at 3 minutes and 45 seconds? The point is that I love TV shows and movies, right? And so I'm going to not start another channel. I'm not starting another channel. Listen, Linda, like I said, I'm not starting another channel, okay? Because I'm like, a 6 is enough, right? And, you know, I don't need to start a 7th channel for TV shows and movies, but I want to start regularly reviewing TV shows and movies, and like every TV show that I complete, binge watching, I want to do a review of. Every movie that I finish watching, I want to do a review of, because I watch all of these like silly movies from the past, from past and current, all the time, right? So I want to have a place where I'm regularly reviewing TV shows and movies. And so on my vlog the other day, I had kind of decided that I was going to put this over on my Peter Does Stuff channel. And on my vlog channel the other day, I had a long conversation with myself about it. And I talked about, like, I didn't know where this belonged and that I didn't really want to put it on my review channel because I didn't feel like these were reviews. I felt like they were responses to TV shows and movies, right? They were just like conversations that I was having with myself, and then you guys could have whatever say so you wanted to have. These will be spoiler responses too. Like, I'm going to be talking about stuff that happens in the TV shows and movies. And so they weren't necessarily reviews. And then I was like, well, I could put it on my Booktube channel and make my Booktube channel, you know, Peter Likes Books, Movies, and TV Shows. And I didn't really know where it could go. And then I said, I'm going to put it on my Peter Does Stuff channel. Well, I just got flooded with responses of people saying, it really belongs on your review channel, put it on your review channel. But my favorite comment of all was somebody that said, you're really overthinking this. And so I thought, you're right, and I'm really overthinking this. So it's going to, for now, but I think it's going to stay over on my review channel, and I'm going to be doing regular TV show and movie reviews over there, and it's going to start this week, unless I end up doing Dawn of the Dead, which I watched this weekend, from 2004. I might do a review of Dawn of the Dead or Dahmer, because I think that there's a lot that needs to be discussed about Dahmer, not just the TV show, but they're making the TV show and the public outcry about all of that. But I also watched the 2004 Dawn of the Dead this weekend. Oh, I love that one so much. But anyway, so I might do a response video to those. If I do, those will be first. But already have our tickets purchased for Halloween Ends this week. We are going with some of our friends. And so I got our tickets purchased, and we are going to go get our movie popcorn and our sodas, and I'm going to get some M&Ms and sit back and hope that Laurie Strode doesn't die. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping Laurie Strode doesn't die, okay? But I'm kind of feeling like she probably will. But anyway, so that's going to be my first review response video of movies and TV shows. So anyway, please go follow my review channel over there. I'm still going to do the crumble cookies reviews, and I'm still going to do the food reviews and things like that. But I'm going to do a lot of TV shows and movies over there because I really have such a fun time talking about all of that. All right, let's get into today's video. When your lips are dry as mine, then it's Luna Beauty time. I wonder how many times I have sang that and given free marketing to Manny Mua. I have no idea. But I will tell you that this Lunar Beauty Celine lip gloss is hands down the best lip gloss in the entire world. Okay, so I was kind of like putting together some, usually at the end of the weekend, I kind of write down some ideas of some different drama videos that I might want to make throughout the week. Like if stuff has popped off through the weekend, or I'm kind of like looking into some stuff. Like I was looking into Gabby Hanna, and I was like on Twitter, and I was like, oh, Gabby Hanna hasn't posted on Twitter. And then I went over to her TikTok, and I was like, well, maybe she's like stopped posting it. No, she still posted on the TikTok. In fact, when I went over there to look, she had posted like 28 minutes before that. So I was like, okay. So I don't really care to talk about Gabby Hanna today. I might talk about her tomorrow or the next day. But right now, I'm not really in the mood to talk about Gabby Hanna. So I was kind of like revisiting some stories that I had talked about in the last couple weeks, right? And I was like, oh, I haven't made a Trisha Paytas video in a while. And I had seen a couple tweets that she had put out. I had seen a tweet that she had put out about the Try Guys, which we're going to talk about in just a second. And I had seen this tweet that she put out last night, which was kind of about her regretting her past to some degree. It doesn't say that, but it's kind of the impression that you get from the tweet, which that's what we're going to talk about, right? And so I was like, I want to see what Trisha's been up to, because I have seen that there have been several videos and conversations on Twitter and on Threads where people are saying that Trisha is using her child as a prop, and that they expected this, and that they knew that as soon as the baby was born that she was going to start using the baby as a prop, and it was going to be in all these videos. Now, if you have watched some previous videos of mine where I have talked about Trisha Paytas and doing this family channel, and I have said, you know, I hope she's very careful with putting her baby in a lot of these videos, and I hope that she kind of like slows it down a little bit, and she doesn't make it about all of that and on a regular basis, and that it just kind of becomes like a natural, you know, kind of naturally, organically kind of flows into what she's doing, and that's just part of her videos and whatever, but not every single one, right? And like I also said, I understand that she's excited about being a new mom, and that she wants to share that with the world, and she just tweeted out something, I think it was like a day or two ago, about wanting to share pictures, and that now she understands that, and all this kind of stuff, right? Okay. So, you know, I say on here often that one of the coolest things in the world, in life in general, is when you are pleasantly surprised by somebody's behavior. The thing is, when you take somebody like Trisha Paytas, who has time, like her history does her no favors, right? Like the history lesson of Trisha Paytas on YouTube and as a person that has been at the center of drama does her no favors, because the problem is this. Like I was saying, one of the things that I love about life is when you are pleasantly surprised by somebody's actions, right? That when you see somebody that you expect them to act one way, maybe negatively, and then they act in a really positive way, that you're like, oh my God, like this is so awesome. And like you want the best for them, right? Like one of the things I've never really understood being on YouTube is when people are just like really cutthroat and wish the worst for people. Now, I mean, there are some truly negative, really horrible people out there, right? And you have to make your judgment about who you think those people are, right? But like, to really wish like harm on, I just don't understand that sometimes, right? It's like sit back, make your observations, give constructive criticism, and those kinds of things, right? But like to wish harm on somebody, like I don't understand that. Okay, so I think it's really cool when somebody surprises you, not just on YouTube, but in the world, right? Like, have you ever like had a friend that isn't really there for you maybe, and then you call them up because you really need them, and they like suit up and they show up, and you're like, you know what, like I did not expect this from this person, and then they start going forward showing you that that's really who they are, that they suit up and they show up and that they show you they're this really amazing friend, right? Like what a cool thing that is when the universe kind of like changes somebody a little bit, so to speak, right? And so I am always holding on for people to surprise us in a positive way. So, like with that with Trisha, I've been holding on for Trisha. Trisha! We wanted so much more for you. So anyway, you know, when people were criticizing Trisha and whatever, oh, this is what I was going to say, the history lesson, Trisha. The thing with Trisha is this, is that Trisha comes out and she does something horrific. She offends the community, right? She takes no responsibility for it, still hasn't taken responsibility for offending all of these numerous communities, right? And then she goes on to and then hurts all these people, then goes on, offends the next community, doesn't take accountability, hurts all these people, goes on to the next community, goes on to the next community, goes on to the next community. So when people want to say, oh, Trisha Paytas is changing, people are like, no, she's not. Like historically, if you look at Trisha Paytas, she has never changed as a person. She's never taken responsibility for her actions and come out and said, I needed to clean up the wreckage of my past. Now, if you want to go back to my videos that I said before, she became a family channel and all this kind of stuff and had her baby, what I said was, it would have been a really smart move for Trisha to come out in a video and own all of her crap and take responsibility, even if people didn't believe it, okay? For her to look into the camera, because she's still in these live streams saying stuff that people are catching, that goes in opposition of things that she said in front of me's podcasts and things that she said in previous videos. I mean, it's still to this day, like she doesn't remember the things that she said in her past, okay? And are they as serious as the things from before? No. But there's still, like, it's a consistent pattern with her, right? That she just is like, I don't remember, like. So anyway, but the thing is that people are going to forever say with Trisha, you've shown no growth. So had she come out in a video or a series of videos and said, I hurt this community directly by my actions and by what I said, or by having no follow through, or by showing no plan of action, or by making it a really big part of my channel, and then one day, boom, I just never talked about it anymore. And I owe that community a huge apology, and I also need to take ownership for what I did, and for, I didn't educate myself, and whatever, and then go into the next topic, and the next topic. Had she done that, I think her wanting to move on and move away from drama would have been a little bit more accepted. Like, it's really interesting to me when I go over to her channel today and I see all these comments from people that are like, oh, Trisha, like, you've always been the best. Like, you've always been so positive and so happy, and you're so glowing with positivity, and you give so much to people. And I'm like, has she, though? Like, has she really? Or has she been extremely hurtful to people? There are in complete threads of information. There are complete videos that have been done that are just, you know, tick off like one after another. The lies that Trisha has told, the people that she has hurt, the communities that she has hurt. And when I say community, okay, that doesn't need to be any specific person like Charli D'Amelio out there that she has made comments about. I'm talking about a community where she has made a blanket statement and then hurt people that are fans of hers that are like, oh, I liked Trisha, but whatever, right? Okay. So now Trisha wants to clean up her act and she wants to be drama-free. Congratulations, girl. I think it's great, right? And I am not somebody that will say with anybody a little too late, okay? You know, maybe in a public persona, it comes across that way. But like I said, I hope the best for people. I want the best for people, right? I hope that she is able to stay away from this drama. But the thing is, the history lesson, okay? And people are going to forever remember the history lesson of Trisha Paytas. And so for every move forward that she makes, and every time she wants to remind people that she doesn't want to be in the middle of drama anymore, people are going to remind her, okay, but you've said this in the past, you've taken no accountability for it, and then you've come back and you've been in the middle of drama. So is it going to just be that this is the popular statement to make for right now, and then when enough time has passed by, you're going to be in the middle of drama again when the views aren't good? Like, that's the question people want to know. Because Trisha Paytas has always been somebody that is very view and subscriber driven, and I think that's been proven at this point, right? Which, you know, okay, so which YouTuber isn't out there, but at what cost? Is it at the expense of hurting hundreds of thousands of people by your comments? Like, you know what I mean? Okay. So I went over because I wanted to see what Trisha Paytas had been up to. And I had seen that there have been videos put out and there have been like conversations about Trisha Paytas, you know, like allegedly using her child as a prop in these videos and things like that. So I went over to Trisha Paytas' channel. Hold on a second. I was just watching this video that she put on her family channel called Judgments I Get as a New Mom. So on her family channel, if you go over there and look, one day ago, realistic morning routine with a newborn. And then she has like a short, paparazzi short. And then this went horribly wrong. And then a baby frog sleep position. And then and that's a short. And then Judgments I Get as a Mom. Unboxing my wife's online purchases, so many boxes. And she's got a bunch of shorts. This is a family channel, so she's already told us there's going to be a lot of that on there, okay? But I have to say, in watching some of these things, her daughter's not in all of it. I mean, she's just not. Some of it, sure, and she's made that clear, but not all of it. I will say this, with some of these videos that she is doing, like sleep position videos and things like that, I think she's kind of, though, trying to poke the bear of the people that are going to criticize her for how she's doing things. I really do. Because it's like, girl, you know people are going to have their opinions about this, right? You know that they're going to have their opinion about how a child sleeps and doing it this way versus that way and whatever. Like, why would you even put that video up? Like, I don't even understand that. And that's where I don't want to hear her cry down the road when she is getting critical statements, okay? So that's the family channel. I then went over and looked at the ASMR channel and was pleasantly surprised because I had said, I hope that because at first she had done, you know, this ASMR video with her child in the hospital singing to her and things like that. And I said, if she comes out and she's doing like 14 videos of ASMR and they're all her daughter, like, and we're 2 weeks down the road, like, this is going to be a really bad look. Okay, so I went on here and I looked. And she did this Casey Becker from the movie Scream ASMR. That was 20 hours ago. ASMR Tiffany casts a spell on you. Bride of Chucky. And then ASMR Press on Nails collection. I mean, you guys, she really doesn't have any with her child in here. And the only one that kind of alludes to her child is from 2 weeks ago. ASMR Nursery Tour, tapping, tracing, and scratching. Okay? Then, when you go over to her main channel to see what videos are up over there, she has 6 hours ago, best things about being a mommy. 1 day ago, the perfect lasagna. And 4 days ago, a little new mommy rant. 6 days ago, trying McDonald's new adult Happy Meals. 7 days ago, things I didn't expect after giving birth. Now, here's the thing I don't understand. and this is where it's confusing to me, especially on the heels of trying to figure out where these damn movie and TV show reviews are going to go, is if you're putting those kind of videos up on your family channel, why wouldn't you just put them all over on your family channel and do the Happy Meals and the lasagna over here? Oh, is it because your lasagna is only garnering you 31,000 views? Trisha Paytas, you guys, I mean, in all honesty, let's just look at this. 31,000 views on a channel that has 1.9 million subscribers. Now, I know her ASMR videos do well today. 31,000 views, girl. 31,000. I'm like floored by that, okay? Trisha Paytas back in the day could do cooking videos and mukbang videos, and she could score hundreds of thousands of views. Those days are over, and maybe that's why she's talking about the baby thing over there. So then it's like, well, is she using being a mom? Well, there's a lot of people that do that on YouTube, right? So I don't necessarily hold that against her. What I do think, though, is that it's going to be saturation of content, okay? That over time, she is going to saturate her channels with this baby thing here, baby thing there, and then people are going to be like, I don't really want to watch a lot. I mean, there's going to be those people that come for everything to do with Trisha Paytas. There's going to be those people that come for the baby stuff and like that. And then there's going to be those people that want to see like the ASMR role plays and the lasagna cooking. And they're going to be like, what happened to those days of Trisha Paytas? Like, what happened to the hauls and the favorites and all that kind of stuff? Like, I miss those days of Trisha Paytas, right? So this is what got me started looking at all this stuff was I looked on her, oh shit, it just got me out of it. I was looking on her Twitter, okay? And from 4 days ago, she posted, being a parent has now made me understand why everyone wants to show baby pictures. I feel like everything Malibu does is just the cutest. And I feel like everyone needs to see the cuteness. I don't care if it's annoying, LOL. And she got, I mean, the responses, interestingly enough, on her Twitter recently have been, because I went in here and I looked, have been really like kind of like a mixed bag of positive and negative responses. And so like, somebody said, I posted my kids on Facebook all the time. I'm glad I did because now I see what they're doing years ago and memories and I love it. Somebody said, Trisha, you are such an icon! Somebody said, I know it's different, but that's how I feel about my puppies. Oh, I 100% agree with you on that one. Somebody said, I always showed pictures of my daughter when she was born and all the cute stuff. It's proudness. And then there are someone here where people are saying that it's annoying and that she should only be showing this to her friends and family. She shouldn't be showing it online and whatever. You know, and this is the thing where it's like Trisha Paytas just put out something the other day on her Instagram story that said like it was a picture of Kim Kardashian and then she said I want to be her or something like that over the top of it. And I'm like, well, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, Trisha Paytas has always wanted to be the most famous person in the room, right? And she always wanted to be this icon and was very much seen as this icon. And I think like that's when you want to talk about the history lesson of Trisha Paytas, what you have to remember is she did this to herself, okay? Any negativity that Trisha has garnered over the years, she did this to herself, right? And why did she do it? Because the views and the subscribers and the money were not good enough for her. Even the huge amount of money, the hundreds of thousands of dollars that she was making a month, okay? And AdSense money and sponsorship money and everything else, even the hundreds of thousands of dollars that she was making was not enough that she had to basically go against her morals, or if they were against her morals, I don't know, and really hurt communities of people and say things that were just like totally inappropriate to say and put out there into the world and lie and back down on her lies and all this kind of stuff. Why? At the expense of getting more views, money, subscribers, and being more iconic. So she did it to herself, right? So anyway, there's a lot of people underneath here that are supportive of her. So then it goes on. And this is where I was like, she said something about just discovering the Try Guys for the very first time. And it was the day after really like all of this stuff was coming out with the Try Guys. And I was like, is this kind of her indirect, and she doesn't, like the tweet is not like in any way that negative. She said, I just discovered the Try Guys and the first video they put out is an audition for Beetlejuice on Broadway. I'm obsessed. Is this what they do? I'm so here for it. I would pay to be in Beetlejuice, the musical. Drama sucks, but I do find new YouTubers to watch. And so she basically what she's saying is through the drama she found, you know, the Try Guys and whatever. And my first thought was like, is she trying like indirectly to be like the fourth Try Guy? Like, is this like her application for the fourth No, girl. Please, okay? So anyway, she started that up, and then I was like, why is she like all of a sudden talking about this? And in the comments underneath there are interesting. People are like, oh, I love the Try Guys. Oh yes, you gotta follow the Try Guys. There's like no comments about the drama whatsoever. It's real interesting, right? So then somebody, oh wait, hold on a second. She gets a comment on this one, and this person says, how about try and bond with your baby? And Trisha retweets it and says, oh shit, thanks for reminding me. So then I'm kind of skipping some tweets up here, but she tweeted out a day ago, if I could turn back the hands of time, I'd be wholesome. I want to be squeaky clean. And I read this and I thought, you know, okay. This is where, as a person in recovery, I view the world maybe a little bit different than anybody else, you know? And, I am a believer, and I've said this in my videos millions of times. I am a believer that people deserve second, third, ninth, 12th chances. I really do, you know? And the thing is, you don't just get to wake up one day and hit the restart button, okay? You know, there's work you have to do for that. And I talk on here and on my other channels about the work you have to do. And part of that work is owning up the wreckage of your past, you know, owning up to the mistakes that you've made, taking accountability for it, not just going, wish I was squeaky clean. You know, the thing is, I truly believe that if Trisha Paytas wanted to go forward, she could go forward and she could really clean up the wreckage of her past. She really wanted to back this statement up and act like she wanted to be a different person, because here's what it is for me, Peter Monn, okay? On what is today, October 10th, I'm not convinced, okay? I'm not convinced that she's a changed person. I'm not convinced that she wants to be different. I'm not convinced that she wants to be a better person. I hope she does. I really, really do, because I hope that for everybody. I hope that for myself. I hope that for you. I hope that for everybody else out there, that we can all become better people, right? But it's not just about saying it. It's about walking the walk, okay? And walking the walk is taking ownership and accountability. And for her, that would be getting in a video and actually addressing all of the lies. I mean, how could she possibly address all the lies? But address the fact that she has lied and manipulated over the years to garner views and subscribers on YouTube, and address specifically many of the communities that she has hurt. She knows what those communities are. She knows what they are. Any of us could list off 20 of those communities, okay? So, you know, for her to do that, I would see that being walking the walk. And then I think people might slowly start giving her a chance. But then you have to do that, and then stay out of drama for 6 months to a year if you want to become squeaky clean, you know? But do I believe that people in this world, all of us out there, have the opportunity to change and become different people? Absolutely, I do. Absolutely. We all love a good comeback story, you know? We all love somebody that we didn't believe in that shows us that it's possible. And I want that for everybody. But it's just not good enough to put it out in a tweet, you know? And there are so many people underneath this tweet that are like, somebody said, because you have a baby, all of a sudden get real. And somebody said, but not really defense, but sometimes children change you. They do, but not just the children. It's wanting to be a better person for your children, you know, and suiting up and showing up and all that kind of stuff. And somebody said, you've always been wholesome on some level, even though you've been outrageous. Really, girl? She has? Where? I mean, okay. You are, and the people who matter love you, Trisha. This is where it's like, people who tell their YouTube stars whatever they need to hear to make them feel better, you're not helping them. You really aren't, okay? Because had Trisha done what people were telling her to do 6 months or a year ago and sat down and actually made a video, not a live stream where she's like, yeah, like, I'm really upset that people are coming for me. Oh, what? Like, I never said that. And then there's 4 video examples of her saying exactly that and proving her lying. If she had actually got in a video and talked to her audience like she talks to everybody else in her real life and taken some ownership, she wouldn't have to be wishing for being squeaky clean today, because people would be wanting the best for her. Or more people would be than they, you know. So anyway, I don't know. But we'll see if she ever changes. So this is, her staying out of drama, I will say, is a move in the right direction. And I hope the best for her. I really do. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.